if your team members ask if we are recording, we are. But I would love for this to be a very open kind of conversation. If you guys want to add anything or give some things that are working for you, if you have questions, let me tell you, if you're newer, welcome. If you have questions, I can guarantee you other people have the same questions. So please ask. We used to do these calls weekly, and I feel like it almost got to be a little too much. So now we try and show up doing some lives and I'm thinking I'm going to be doing these every third Thursday, like this Thursday. If you don't know me, I'm Cassie. I'm your Superstar Director of Brave Family. This is my little one. She is not asleep yet, so hopefully she will help. I mean, not help. Hopefully she will hang tight. She's usually pretty good, so long as she can see people.
She's going to help.
She should be good. I'm welcome. A lot of names I'm not used to. So just a brief background. I've been with Cincy almost 7 years, and currently we have, I think, 27 directors in our group. That includes Superstar Director, me, and then 2 Star Directors. And then this month we have some major promotions coming up. 3 or 4 more Star Directors are on watch, and that also means 3 or 4 more directors are on watch. And there's a few more people I've been watching. They just haven't said it yet. I may be looking directly at you. I may not be. I don't know. So there's some rocking numbers going right now. And let me tell you, in my 7 years with Cincy, this has been, if you have recently joined, you have joined at the best time, because this has been the most epic time. And the fall is the best. Someone wrote me, I think it actually was Jess. Jess, I see you on here. So if I'm misquoting you, I apologize. Someone wrote me and said, you weren't kidding that the fall, or y'all weren't kidding that the fall is awesome. The fall is awesome. And this month is absolutely 100% gearing up to be the best month we've had in my Cincy career. So that means most of you are probably having one of your best months as well. So it's really awesome to watch. So over on Brave Family, what we have there is, that is our big group. That is everyone that is in our family tree from me and down. And today I saw a post that Jess posted that I kind of wanted to chat about. I went live yesterday and briefly showed you guys how I was putting together these party packs. Now here's the thing that I want to share. When I share things, I realize in our page we have brand new consultants. We have consultants that have been here for 7 years. So when you see things, you take what you can do. Don't spend a ton of money if you're not making a ton of money yet. Be smart with it. But I've heard such amazing results with these party packs for Facebook parties. And I just wanted to read the post I saw today. Jess said, if you haven't watched Cassie's live from yesterday, you really need to. This is my PRV so far, because the party is open until Sunday, and host rewards from her party I had last week. I did everything the same as I normally do with the following, except she sent out party packs to every person who was interested. I gave my host a set of testers to share with whoever she came in contact with, so that's cool, as well as 5 additional party packs to give out. So she mailed out these. She gave her host testers, and then she gave her 5 more of these to hand out. Because when you're hosting a party, you guys, your hostess hopefully is coming in contact with people if they're not home all day like me. I mean, I stay home all day, but most people don't stay home all day, and they're coming in contact with people so they can give these out themselves, and that helps get the word out a little bit more. She went out of town the day of the party. Thank goodness for the ability to schedule posts, and she ended up getting sick. So I remember her posting that day. It was a day I had told you guys one of my goals, and she set a goal too, but she was sick, but she still reached that goal. So she said, why do I put number 2 in there? She puts it there to show that she's still living life and working, planning my business around my life. That said, these party pack investments paid off big time for her. So she goes on to talk about what she included in them. So you may want to look at that post if you are interested in doing party packs and see what she put in. But listen, don't break the bank. I'm using stuff I have around here. I'm not buying special stuff for it. And if I needed more things to fill it, like paper-wise, then I would print things off of the workstation to help me out. But if you see her party summary she posted is over $1,000. That's pretty amazing. I told you guys in my my live yesterday, I think I told y'all, I'm not really sure. I'm going out of town for like the first 11 days of October. And so I'm having to plan in advance. And because my business has to keep working for me. And if you're in this business for a business, you can't,
I went to the director page.
You can't just stop because you don't feel well. I was so sick in at the beginning of the year for weeks and weeks and weeks, but I still had to work my business. If you are doing this for a business, you have to make sure I had a baby. You have to make sure you're scheduling things just like she talked about, because she was going out of town. So I say that because I got a text message today, and I'm going to read it to you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys my answer, and that's going to be the basis of this call. And then I would love to open it up to get up and get ideas, tips, and tricks from you guys on how you do this as well. So I was chatting with a consultant in my downline, and she was asking me some questions, and one of her questions said, also, how did you get so organized in business and start actually getting people to sell Scentsy underneath you? I'm going to tell you that I struggled to answer that question because to me, it's hard. I struggled because I don't want my remark, especially my text, to sound rude, because I'm not rude. But my response was consistency. That's the key to building this business. Scentsy is intertwined in my life. It is not a burden, and it's something I always showcase, share, and work. That's how I grew and continue to grow a team. And I kind of want to chat about that. In my early days with Scentsy, and a lot of you that have been around for a while can relate, I've always said, hey, don't spend a ton of money, do what you can do. I did not go out buying all the Scentsy apparel. I didn't do all that. The only thing I purchased in probably that first year, was a cup. And that cup went everywhere with me. Actually, Lisa can attest to that. I always think about this example. When I went to church, that cup was with me in my Sunday school class, okay? I never tried to promote my business in church. I never tried to sell to the people in my Sunday school class. I never tried to do any of that, but I had a cup that said Scentsy. And I remember a couple years later, I went to a barbecue for a birthday party or something, and someone mentioned something about me and Scentsy. I had never once in 2 years discussed Scentsy with these people. But then they mentioned my cup. I tell you that because you don't have to do and have all the things you may see that people have. Don't go spending, even now that I've been in 7 years, I still don't go spending a whole ton of money in the Scentsy store. I try and keep things what I would use. Same thing with the things you put out there for Scentsy for people, but I try very hard to only have the things that I will use. The longer you're with Scentsy, the more events you'll go to, and you'll be given things, and that's helpful, okay? But that cup also, in that first year, hey, Noah, can you go up to my bed and get her passy? In that first year with Scentsy, that cup went with me, and this one, I can't remember. I remember going, it was in that first year, had to have been. Lisa, what year did you join? 2015, 14? 15. So I joined in November of 13, but I didn't start till 2014 really doing this as a business. So in that summer of 2015 or spring, mine and Lisa Dolan, our boys played t-ball together. Many of you have heard this. It was the first and last time either boy played t-ball, but I had that cup. I didn't walk up in there into that dugout seeing little Lisa being like, oh, I saw Scentsy, you want it? No, some of your personalities, you can totally do that, and it absolutely works for you, right? So I can only tell you my story, but that cup caught Lisa's eye. And next thing you know, I remember sitting on, I lived in Florida. In my office, I had I don't even know what you call it, but a seat by my window. I remember sitting at the seat on my window, and Lisa's sister-in-law called me. And, I'd only been with Scentsy for a year and a half-ish, probably not even a whole year and a half. And this girl places this order, and I'm like, holy cow. Or she wants to come over. That's what it was. It wasn't there? Okay, I need you to look for a passy for me, please. Thank you. I don't know. It's somewhere in there. So she comes over, and she starts ordering. It's a window seat. Thank you. She starts ordering. We're going through my catalog. She's going through all the stuff I have. And you guys, she sure placed over $100 order. I was like, whoa, this girl's serious. I remember that probably was my first big order like that. And I talked to Ashley at that point, her sister-in-law, about joining. And no. And then next thing you know, she ends up joining 31, that kind of thing. By the way, today she's a great Scentsy consultant. But through that, Lisa eventually ended up joining my team. I say that.
And I know what Scentsy was. I was just like, she has a cup and it's cool and it smells.
No, she didn't even know. But you're promoting yourself by those things. We think we have to do all kinds of things, have all kinds of systems in those early days, have everything perfect. You absolutely don't, friends. I'm definitely on a call. Go. No. Go. You only have to just do something. You only have to brand yourself even just a little bit. Okay. If I still brand myself today, whether it's carrying a purse, whether it's the sticker on my car, whatever it is, I am branded. When I take a blanket somewhere for my kids, it's a Scentsy blanket. I always try and have something Scentsy. Okay. My cups today aren't Scentsy because I don't know. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know if they even have the cool cups I had back then, but you guys simply get someone to make a decal, one of our Scentsy decals, and put it on your cup. You don't have to do all the things. And I really want to encourage you guys not to feel like you have to. Okay. But the way to grow a successful business is to consistently show up, to intertwine Scentsy in your life. Okay. I've said this a few times over the last 6-7 months. Well, my baby's not even 6 months yet. So I've said it probably over the last 4 or 5 months that when I had the baby, if you didn't know me, you probably didn't even know I was having a baby. You guys didn't know because I didn't drop a beat. I had things scheduled. I knew because for me, this is a full-time business and I knew things had to continue rolling. Okay. So you have to figure out, plan in advance. I am a little mentally stressed out that I know I'm going to be gone the 1st through the 11th of October. That stresses my brain out because it is a busy season. Okay. Why are you shaking your head at me, Sabrina? I don't know why she's shaking her head at me.
I can't believe you're going to be gone that long at the beginning of a fall month too. It's crazy.
It stresses me out. But I know that I also have goals. I know that I have another director on my case about annual sales, Adriana. And if I don't plan in advance, I'm going to come home and I'm going to be like, oh, what? Because, once you go on vacation, you need a vacation from vacation a lot of times, right? And this is kind of a church vacation where I'm helping do a lot of the work. So it's not really a vacation. So you have to plan in advance. But intertwining Scentsy in your life is so important, you guys. The one thing I want to tell you about growing a team, I used to say this a lot in our early days. People say, how do I get someone to join my team? No one will join my team. We've all said it. We've all been there. I go through periods where I'm like, gosh, I can't find anyone that wants to join my team. Nobody that wants to work it. Okay. You guys, you have to, I'm going to use the word consistent again, consistently work this business. In our business, direct sales, network marketing, whatever you want to call it, people quit all the time. And maybe that's you. Maybe you've done something before and you've quit. Maybe you've done Scentsy before and you've quit and you come back. People quit all the time. And it's okay. For those that don't know, I think I was part of 3 or 4 network marketing companies before Scentsy. And I quit them. And that's where I learned that, well, they weren't right for me, obviously, because I'm where I need to be. But people are going to join you when they see you haven't quit, when they see that you're consistent in your business, when they see you still showing up, and when they see you didn't quit. I'm going to add that again, because I used to say all the time, people are watching you even when you don't know it. And they want to make sure you're not going to quit before they join you. Okay. It's just like yesterday, I shared with it in the team page, someone that reached out to me back in June about joining Scentsy, right? We've talked every single month. As a matter of fact, she bought Scentsy from me last month to try it out before she joined. Then when I followed up with her, she's like, no, I'm good. Then I see on her Facebook yesterday, she's talking about Scentsy. And I'm like, say what? I click on it, I see she's a consultant. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to make sure you know that I do know, because I'm certainly not going to send samples. So y'all, if you saw that post, I congratulated her. And she told me, I'm just not getting help. I hate that. And if she asked me a question, I would answer it. Absolutely. But she didn't ask me a question. She just put it out there that I'm not getting help. And a lot of times that's what happens. People will join people. Thank you. And the people quit, or they're not working it like a business. Can y'all hear me still? Okay. They threw a passy down to me. So, and things change. You're not getting the help you need. So I want to encourage you, if you have been part of other network marketing companies, it's okay. They've only prepared you for this time. Okay. Before I joined Scentsy, I had vowed off network marketing. All I wanted was to be home with my kids. And I just knew this one business was going to make us rich. We were preached when we lived in California. This guy came to our house showing us paychecks of like $20,000 checks. We could do this. And my husband and I were both like, oh, we can do this. Mm-mm. By the time we moved to Texas 6 months later, we realized we were spending all the money in our business and not a soul was buying it from us, except like some of my family that felt sorry for me. And we let it go. And when I picked up Cincy almost a year later, I didn't even tell my husband. I don't promote that. You shouldn't do that. If you don't come back in here, go.
Wait, I need to get
I didn't tell my husband. I don't think that's the right thing to do, but I was afraid of failing, right? Like many of us are in this business, or many of your team members who join you, or many people you're talking to about Cincy. That's their fear. They're going to fail. They're scared to talk about it because they're afraid they're going to fail. Let me tell you, you never fail. Unless you quit, then you fail. Okay. And really you just quit. So, but you never fail, you guys. And hold on. Hey, can y'all be quiet? Sorry, I have family in town, just so a lot of little kids. And my office has no door. Bless me. That's right. Y'all better bless me tonight because I'm having a hard time with this office. Anyways, so you want to make sure that you are showing up, you're consistent, and if you're getting discouraged that people are not joining your team, remember, people want to make sure you're not going to quit. You also need to ask yourself, how many people do I ask? When people come to me and they're like, oh, I can't get anyone to join my team, I'm like, well, how many people have you asked? Well, I asked 2 people this month. Oh, well, you saw the 3 people join me because I actually asked probably over 100 this month. That's the difference, okay? Sometimes it's so hard asking people to join our teams because we don't like that no. We don't like that no. And I promise the more you do it and the longer you're in Cincy, the more the no. Like when that girl joined someone else's team yesterday, it didn't hurt my feelings. I don't know her personally, so thank goodness, because that may have hurt my feelings. But it wasn't the first time that happened to me. It's not going to be the last time that happens to me, right? But you just have to stay consistent in your business. Oh, there was something else I was going to share about that. I don't know. Anyone have anything you want to share on that? What I'm talking about? By the way, in case you're new, I don't wait very well, so I've been really practicing this count to 10, waiting for someone to unmute themselves and talk.
I just want to tell you, this has nothing to do with that, but you can't hear my background, but it sounds just like yours, so don't feel bad. That's all I had to say.
Well, honestly, when I came in here, I realized it wasn't on mute, so some of you that were on early may have heard us singing Greatest Showman. We're practicing for a talent show.
Daddy.
So
You
it was
see?
pretty loud. Yeah,
I can't
Just, they don't leave me alone. Just thank God I'm not the speaker.
I know it. Sabrina, I'm unmuting you. Go for it. Share something with us.
Actually, I'm trying to decide because it's like there were so many topics. I'm trying to think about. You were all
Because I
over the
don't have
place.
a topic. We haven't had a call in so long. I'm like, I don't really have a topic. I'm just going to talk.
You covered like 5 different things. Okay, so one, I remember in the early when you were talking, I was thinking about how I could help out with some of the conversation with like being consistent and showing up. And like when I worked full time, I had to be intentional with the time that I had. So if there's people on here that work full time, if you want a business, like in the morning when I was all, makeuped up and ready to go to work, that's when I'd grab a buddy and do a quick video. Or I would, grab a warmer and do a quick video. And then I would post it later. It's on my phone so that I have that for when I'm ready to, sit down and make a good, wording to go along with that post. But you have to just find the time that you have and make it work. I would even do, team coaching calls during my lunch break. But I was one of those that I was determined to be able to quit my day job. So if, that's not your thing,
Have you
that's
quit
not
your day job yet?
Oh yeah, like
They
2
may
years.
not know you.
January will be 2 years. January will be 2 years that I was able to quit. But you know what? I had that goal, and so that's why I used my lunch break to work Cincy, and I, would take that 5 minutes before running out the door to work to do a video, and then, at night, when I'm laying in bed and we're just getting ready to go to sleep, posting and looking for people that need the opportunity. It'd be 10 o'clock at night and I might be sending a message that they'll see in the morning about, joining my team. But that's where I wanted to interject about, using your time wisely. Thank you, Adriana. And those are ways that I did it. And then also about not doing all the things. For me, when I first joined, I bought all the stuff because I just love, marketing stuff. I got the umbrella, I got, the decals on my car. I got the towels. I got everything that you could possibly get. I spent like over $200. But that was okay because I made the $1,000 in my first month and hit Shooting Star and all that. And so I was able to pay for it. But you don't need all that. The thing I used most is this cup that I got in that package, and this goes with me everywhere. I think I've got 2 or 3 of them now because I've broken them at some point in different types. But this, like Cassie said, this is the biggest marketing tool I can have. I can take it everywhere with me, and people are like, "Oh, what's that?" Well, let me tell you. It's just so easy to open up the conversation with when you're branded because people start it with you. And I think I'm done.
So my takeaway from this is everybody needs a cup, right?
Yes.
My takeaway is I need another cup. Here's the thing, like what she said. Oh man, the passy went under my couch. No, under my desk. Something she said basically boils down to being intentional. And you guys, it's the same whether you work from home. Can you get the passy from underneath here? Whether you work outside the home or you work Cincy full time, okay? Like last night, I was working on this program to schedule all my go. You're gonna see Mama Cassie come out in a second. And it ain't pretty tonight. I'm just kidding, kind of. Anyways,
I can't right now because I'm not just 1 street away.
No. I'm leaving, like I said, the 1st to the 11th, but I have Facebook parties going on. And so I'm trying out this program, Visly, and I'm trying it out. That way I can just share it with everyone else. There are several people that already use it. See, Lexi's giving us a thumbs up. And people give you codes, okay? It's $10 a month. They give you codes to use the template they already have. But it almost overwhelms me more to see someone else's template and for me to have to edit it to me, okay? So last night I was like, oh my gosh. And then I went live on the director page just to let y'all know how my night went, to let them know as directors and leaders, whether you're a director, and if you have team members underneath you, this is for you. Or if you plan to have team members, you need to lead by example, okay? And sometimes some of those things are very hard. Like for me, I don't enjoy learning new stuff. I'm happy with the way I do things, but my business is not moving forward if I'm not learning new things, okay? Samantha, I'll take one. Message me later. If you're not trying the new things, your business may not be moving forward. For me, knowing I'm gonna be gone those 11 days, there's no way I'm going to have the time or the thoughts to make the post to my Facebook parties. So I'm trying this program. It's hard on me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. Oh, it's over. I'm like, I wrote Connie and Audrina. I was like, I want to pay someone to do this. I don't want to do. I'm griping and complaining if I'm honest with y'all. So then I got off my little griping and complaining horse and I did a live I did a video for directors. And it was like, I was basically talking to myself. We've got to lead by example, you guys. And and I have always, if you've been around for a while, you've heard me say for a long time, I don't ask you to do something that I won't do. And actually, many of your directors will say that same thing. I actually caught a live that Adriana was doing for her team yesterday or the day before, and she said that. She said, she repeated it. I go, oh, girl, listen to me all those years. You learned something good. Because if your leaders are not going to tell you to do something that they're not willing to do. So with that said, I work from home. I homeschool my children. I don't leave that often. So yesterday, now I need to make some videos and I need to make some pictures. I had to make a note of it. Cassie, next time you get ready, you need to do these videos, okay? I should have done them today because I got ready today. But I need to make it a priority the next time I actually put makeup on and fix my hair to do some videos. So you have to plan in advance, okay? That way you have the things that you need. So how do I handle the comments, questions when you do pre-scheduled posts? Well, those go through. And then you get notifications when the comments come through. So even though I'm going to be gone the 1st through the 11th, I will still be able to manage my Facebook. Obviously, you guys are still going to see me. Maybe not. I may not be like I usually am, but for my parties, having them already post for me is a huge burden off of me, whether you're at home or you're busy doing something. It is a massive burden off of you. I've done it before. I really enjoy it. You can also just schedule posts if you do a Facebook group yourself instead of paying for something. But the great thing about this program is I create the template. I can use it on any Facebook party that I do. So just be willing to change things. Bracy up there said, don't be afraid of failing, because that is what's going to teach us what to do, what not to do, and to better ourselves. And I am a firm believer in trying something, giving it time, and if it doesn't work out, to change it. You know, I have failed many a times at something I've tried. This is just me. This may work for you. And that's something you have to remember too. If something works for someone else and it doesn't work for you, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Things work differently for different ones of us. Back in 2008, I think it was 19. Yes, January 2019, when we did our catalog switch, I decided for the first time ever, I was going to send out catalogs to everyone. I personally usually use product lists because they're less expensive and they're cheaper to mail. But this time I went through, and some of you that were around, y'all saw I did all the Post-it notes. Remember, if you were around, we did all the colorful Post-it notes all through the catalog, making it shiny and cute. I put samples in there. It took a lot. I mean, it was an all-day thing to do all these catalogs. And I had my assistant helping me. There were 2 of us doing, and it took us all day. And then she packaged them up and she mailed them. Okay. I cannot tell you my return on investment on those, because it was that low. I spent a lot of money on that, and not only the money, but the time put in. And not only the time put in, I also paid my assistant to help me, right? Like, so for me, that didn't work. But for other people, there are other superstar directors I follow that they send out catalog, like bukus of them, every catalog change. And it helps them. It works for them. So you have to find what works for you. You also have to be willing to fail and pick back up and try again. There are so many amazing things out there that you can try. I'm going to scroll up. Oh, where we go. Daniel said, let's do this. Keep striving and not give up. Good job. Not good job. You're right, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Oh, bless me. All right. Anyone else want to add anything tonight? I know it's kind of all over the place. Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to say this. Jonathan, if you didn't read that comment, he said the templates are awesome. They had 5 parties going on at once. So that's cool.
I personally did the template thing too, because we both work our business at nighttime mostly, you know, that's just what works for me. And so I spend the $9 a month. I've thought about it. I didn't want to add something else, but I spend that $9 because I'll have several parties at the same time. You can even like schedule comments on that stuff. And so it's a huge time saver for me. But also too, when I have teammates struggling and they can't figure out online, it's very, like after I've given them a chance to do it themselves, if they can't, then that gives me a chance to kind of just hand that to them. But I tell them, you're going to have to personalize it, change it to your name and your info and all of that. But it kind of gives a gift to my downline when they need it, to kind of help them for success, because it can be overwhelming joining Cincy and suddenly you got to come up with all this material and figure it out. So it really helps my team. I just wanted to add that. I agree with John. It's a huge help to my business.
That's awesome. And if you are not doing the templated ones, you guys, there are mock parties. Every catalog for the past few years, we've had mock parties up. Sabrina currently has one that has been shared into Brave Family a few times. I actually used bits and pieces of it for my parties, my last few parties. So she can post, I can ask my sweet friend Sabrina there to make a post of it one more time, and she'll approve you to join that group, and you can see. And even me, I was looking at it last night because she and I were talking about it, and you know, there may be some things I edited. So let me tell you, let me tell you what I'm doing. And I think this is what Connie told me last night she did. So I can't actually say I'm the smart one that came up with this awesome idea, but I created a mock Visly template party, a private group for myself, only myself. And I did the scheduled post, the template. I changed what I could. I know I still have changes to make in it, and I am having it post so I can see how it works and if it's working the way I need it to. I'm testing it out privately right now, and you get like the first 7 days or something free. So take that time to do that if you're going to try something like that. again, I don't have all the answers to that because I haven't even used it on a real party yet. But for me, I'm trying to find ways to work smarter, not harder. Because like Kayla said, I work my business. You go through seasons in your business, you guys. Like for me now in this season with a new baby, she's not really that new anymore. I'm so sad, I know. But with kids home all the time, and some of you have your kids home all the time now. My kids have always been home all the time because I've always homeschooled. But there's a different dynamic now adding in a little one. But my time I'm working my business now is usually late at night. I'm usually up with the party crew that's up late at night. Some of us chat until 2 a.m. Because that's how I work. So for me, I don't follow up with my customers at that time. I have to make the time earlier in the day, even if it's just when I go to the bathroom or when my kids are eating lunch, whenever I can find the time to sneak away, have a seat. I use AMI, that app, another paid program. You guys, you don't have to use any of these paid programs. I have ran my business for years without paid programs. Okay. I'm just trying to make my business a little bit easier for me in this season. And if you do use paid programs, make sure you track it for taxes next year. Okay, don't start sending me questions about taxes. Every time I mention taxes, I get so many messages asking me about taxes. And I'm like, I don't know. I have a CPA. I don't really know. But if you have questions, search it in Brave. People share things.
Same here. I use that CPA.
I don't play. I can't play with it. Well, does anyone else have anything else you want to add or ask or share? You know, we're here for you guys. Tiffany, you're going to be a director soon. Sorry, I only mentioned that because you're there. I have not done direct mail or flyers through USPS. I've heard of people that have. Has anyone on here done those? Some of you may be like, what is that? It's kind of confusing to me too. You're going to get it, Tiffany. I am so excited to get these party bags out. So the key is to do your party bags and to get them out. Don't let them just sit here. Okay, I can't tell you how many times my girls in Florida came over and would laugh at me because all the samples we worked so hard on together were sitting at the bottom of a basket and I never got them out. Okay, don't be a Cassie. Get those things out. Okay, I do not know where to get these locally. I ordered them on Amazon and they're in my house at my house within 1 or 2 days. It's just the best thing for me to do.
I ran out, or I was getting low and I ordered them today and they'll be here tomorrow. So yeah, don't worry about trying to get them locally. With Amazon Prime, you can have them the next day.
And honestly, probably cheaper on Amazon too.
Can you post a link of what exactly they are? Which ones you guys use? I'm sure it might be somewhere. Tag me in it if you can, Sabrina, if it's already on there.
It's somewhere, but we'll make another post because a lot of people have been asking.
Okay. How much is it costing to ship those?
I have not yet, but about $3.
Yeah, it's between like $278 to $331, depending on the zip code away, how far away from you it is.
Okay.
But usually about $3.
Okay. Here's the thing, you guys. Watch the Christina Stainbrook party pack video on YouTube. Christina Stainbrook party pack video, Facebook party pack. She really explains it how if you get someone to fill out your Google form, that's your first touch point with them, right? And then you're going to post in the group, like sorry, I'm waking her up with my voice. Bless her. She's gonna have to learn, right? Once I see someone fills out the Google form, then I post a picture. I try and make them different pictures. Sometimes it's a selfie with me. Sometimes it's just a picture or like Brittany, are you down here? You want my baby? Yeah. She's ready to go to bed. Oh, she is sleeping. She just needs to. Thank you. A video like a boomerang or something, be like, April, your party pack's on the way. Second touch point, you've already connected with them, right? Then when they comment back, I say, comment back to them and I say, make sure you post a picture once you get it in the group. And they're like, okay, awesome, I will. Touch point. I love how Christina Stainberg is saying touch point, because you're right. I've never thought about all the touch points you can have on that customer before they order, okay? Last night I got an order from someone on a party and I was like, thank you so much, Sarah, for your order. Post a thank you. My thank yous on my Facebook party, I don't use the ones that you see floating around. You guys use a picture of yourself. Take a cute picture of yourself or your kids or your family. Say thank you so much for your order, whatever. And I thank them for their order. But I looked at her order. This is another thing. This is a way you really connect with people. Thanked her for her order. Is she awake? Oh, good Lord. And then I went to look at her order. She had ordered 2 pod packs, and 2 tea warmers. Well, if you see an order like that, do you kind of think, she may not know what she's doing, right? So then I sent her a message. This is what a good consultant does. I guess I'm calling myself a good consultant today. What a good, you look at what their order is. And if you kind of question it, I sent her a message and said, hey, thank you so much for your order. Are you familiar with Scentsy? I was just looking, and she said, yes, I am. I said, are you familiar with Scentsy? She said, yes, I am. I have a lot of Scentsy, and I can't wait to get this in. And I was like, oh, awesome. I was just making sure because of what you ordered, I wanted to make sure you knew what you were getting. She goes, oh, yeah. She said, last time I ordered the fan thing, but I didn't know that it came with the pods, so now she was ordering pods for it. And then I was like, awesome. If you don't have a consultant, I would love to be your consultant. She said, thank you so much. I've needed a consultant. Boom, boom, boom. Add you on my friends list. Now you're in my customer group. Now you're in my whole follow-up system. You want to connect with these people. If you let people order from you and then you never do anything else again, they're not going to be repeat orders. They're not going to be your potential future team members because the people that order from you are your potential team members. Yes, I use Pirate for shipping. Sorry, Sabrina.
Sorry, I was going to say, and also when you do your thank yous, I'll say like, oh my gosh, you're going to love that warmer, or I can't wait for you to receive that warmer. And then that piques other people's curiosity. And then they're commenting, ooh, what'd you get? They're curious. And even just scents, I'll say, oh, you picked some really good fall scents or something like that. And then people will start asking, what'd you get?
That's awesome.
For my thank yous, I try and do like on Google, so it's an actual picture in someone's home of like the warmer or whatever it is that they got. I like to show, because then it's almost like FOMO. People are like, oh my gosh, what is that? I want that. So I use typically my pictures that I post don't say thank you. I write my thank you and say, and you got some great scents. But I've sold a couple different the warmer of the month this month by doing that, by doing a picture with the different color bulbs in the mummy warmer, and people have, oh, I need that one too, and they snag it up. So get creative with the thank yous, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, another thing that was it Christina Stainbrook? Christina Stainbrook says that she sends voice memos. I think it was her. She sends voice memo thank yous. So I post, I post that too, on the party. Thank you for da 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 da. But I send them a private message with a voice message telling them thank you and asking them if I can add them as a friend and on my VIP.
That's awesome. Those are really great tips. So you guys see what works for you. I always tell people, so if I have been gone all day and when I get home in the afternoon, if I've gotten several orders on my website, I could do one thank you and write, thank you, Michelle, Sabrina, Lexi, for your orders. I don't. I do a personal one for each person and tag them. And the reason I do that is kind of what Lexi's talking about, because for me, it's going to jog their memory. They need to order. The way Lexi's talking about is actually genius. I've seen some people do it that way, and I should start trying that because people may see it and be like, oh, that looks good. Because a lot of times people are not, I don't know, think about yourself. I can only talk for myself, but I don't go browsing a bunch of websites a lot, right? If I'm in a party or something and I see something that's genius, I need to be doing that. If I see something posted that someone else got that I like, then I'm going to get interested. Then I'm going to go look at the website, or then I'm going to be like, I want this, So that's really smart. So you guys just think of when you're doing your thank yous, make them personal. The voice memos are genius. Every time I connect with even one of you guys for the first time and I send a voicemail, I'll say, I'm so sorry, we're not there yet, but we are now. I've done that to customers before. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but it's the only way I can work. I've been trying to connect with my neighbor about keeping my dog while we're gone for 11 days and just watching the dog. And the fact that I have to text her annoys me because she couldn't hear my voice message. I'm like, I don't have time for all this texting. I prefer to voice message, and you connect better and you can hear their voice. And I love it when my customers will voice message me back. I'm like, oh, we've reached a new level for real now. We're friends. Adriana said to use Pirate Ship for shipping. You guys use Pirate Ship for shipping. It's cheaper. Google Form, you can go into Brave Family and search Google Form. Adriana has done a couple of videos on it, and it's on there for us, and she lays it all out there. That'd be the easiest way to tell you how to do it. They're really easy once you get them. Does anyone have any questions?
Let's see, I have a video on Brave that I can bump it up if they want to see the Google Forms.
That'd be awesome. Thank you. It is easier to voice, except when you're busy and all of a sudden you have 10 minutes worth of voice messages. You're like, oh gosh, oh gosh. Then it's hard. Then I have to just say, I have to come back to this and listen when I'm free. Well, you guys are rocking it this month. Let me just, while we're on here really fast, just go take a look. I have a lot of people really aiming for that number 1, 2, 3 PRV spot. It's so fun watching people do that. Let me just do a couple of shout outs for you, and then we will go. And I hope you guys enjoyed the call. Let's see. We have 1,427 people in the group currently. And the top 5 in sales are Colette. She's got over 4,000 PRV. Julie Hartman, girl, 3,800. Jennifer Newsom, 3,700. Bracy and her husband, 3,200. And Natalie Villagomez is 2,900. Oh, I'm just going to keep on going for a second. Lexi, I'm not going to say your last name. Well, yes, I am. It's Marchetti in my head. It's over 2,800. Adriana, 27. Jennifer Holding, also going for director, is 27. Teresa Land. Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's our top 10. You guys are killing it. You're rocking it. And let's see about our top recruiter of the month is Bracy and her husband. They have 3 new team members so far this month. And then Jamie Jordan, Adriana, Natalie White, Sabrina, Lexi, and Rochelle Jacobs all have 2 new team members this month already. And what is it? The 17th of this month. So congratulations, everyone. That is awesome. I know. I'm telling you, we have some really major sellers this month or on this team. If you're someone that you're like, oh my gosh, that is way too much for me, don't get discouraged. It's okay. I mean, I'm nowhere near those people right now, but we all do things differently. So just remember that. Don't compare yourself. If you're going to compare yourself just to be better, to help yourself get better. I'm going to leave it at that, because if you are comparing yourself to other people and it's getting you down, that's not a good thing. Okay. Like I look at these people that are doing like a lot better than me this month, and I aspire to be, right? And I want to be like, what are you doing? Tell me your secrets. Share this with Brave Family. Do this. That's what I'm doing. I don't look, and I'll tell you, my business, the whole time I've tried to be that way. There have been hard times, but most of the time I've really, really tried to be that way and be proud of the people that are doing the things that I wish I was doing and follow them and wonder, what are they doing? I mean, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people in this family that I follow and I watch because I'm like, I need to be doing whatever they're doing. I mean, look at me. I'm trying out Bisley. This Bisley that's stressing me out, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. All right, you guys, thank you for 45 minutes of your time. And I will put the recording up as soon as I get it. Bye.